I was looking at your truck here, Wade. I want everybody to see that. How did you cook that up? Boy, that is neat. You got a bunch of shoes, and the whole thing, is that part of the gate? Is it welded on a part of the gate?
Yes, sir. It's all handmade, all handmade shoes, all handcrafted, welded up together.
You made all these?
Yep, all by myself. Yep.
You did a great job on that. That looks really good.
Thank you.
Let's open that gate down and see how it looks. Oh, so it's solid on this side in the shoes. You get a lot of compliments on that?
Oh yeah, get a lot of looks.
Yeah, well, you shoeing, I know you went to the Oklahoma Horseshoe'n school. We've already talked about that. Got to throw Jack in there a little bit. But Jack was down here a couple of conventions, and a lot of the schools come down. We've got about 5 down here during the convention. And I noticed your dad came with you. Does he come with you all the time?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to tell everybody out there you're single. So we're going to put your name up there and big lights, phone number and everything. But where are you shoeing out of?
Central Illinois, Roanoke.
And how far out of Roanoke do you go, your perimeter? Is 50 miles, 100 miles, or what?
I go up to about an hour away from my hometown. I'd go farther than that if I got a good day's work to go to, you know, stay in one place, get a lot of horses.
Well, now, hour to you driving might be 2,000 miles. I don't know how fast you drive. About how far is that?
Probably up to about 60 miles or so, somewhere around in there. Just kind of depends.
Do you find that the horse owners today are demanding a more educated farrier, a farrier that's more educated like nutrition and stuff in that environment and so on?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What type of horses are you shoeing?
I do a little bit of everything. I do some backyard horses. I do some barrel horses, roping horses, cutting horses. Do some walking horses. A little bit of everything. How
about corrective work?
Oh yeah, I get a little bit of that. Not a whole lot up around where I'm at, but definitely do some of that too.
Is it cold up there?
Right now it is, yeah.
Does your customers, do they take the shoes off a lot in the wintertime or what?
Yeah, for the most part. There's some that keep them on year round. I do a lot of trims.
Here's something I'd like for you to do for me. And gang, I want you to know, especially if you live up north, I'm going to say how to do to everybody up there. Them folks up there, I get along good with them northern people. They're like us southern wildcats up there. But there's something I want you to do. Now, we've got a product here that was years ago, a fella brought us called Hoof It. Okay. And what he did, this guy, he looked sort of like that big wrestler. I can't remember that guy's name. Big fella. But anyway, and I'll try to show a clip of that, them putting that Hoof It on.
Okay.
But anyway, snow won't stick to it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I didn't think, I thought he was full of mud, you know. So we took my horse, painted the outside of the hoof and the bottom, and believe it or not, maybe he brought the snow, but it did. This is the truth, gang. It snowed that night, but here in Georgia, it don't snow that much. Yeah. It snowed about an inch, and it didn't stay very long all day. But the other horses, it packed in their feet, but it actually didn't pack in that horse and slid off. But here's what I'd like for you to do. I'm going to give you that product today to carry back with you. And this is part of the research. And I want you to take a couple of horses. Don't just do one. Paint the bottom in the snow, paint the bottom of the feet, and around all the way to the hoof. I want to see how long it lasts, because down here we can't do that because we don't get enough snow.
Right.
So what I want to do is see how long Hoof It will keep the snow off, because if it does, great, then you can report back to gang out there and hear it. But it tickles me, for especially young guys that are starting to catch on about continuing your education.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you travel about, now correct me if I'm wrong, out about 60 miles.
Something like that, yeah.
And you're doing barrel horses? How about reining horses?
Don't have a whole lot of those up around where I'm at.
Give me a kind of idea of what kind of horses y'all got up there, other than barrel horses.
A lot of quarter horses, a lot of walkers and Arabs.
So you're doing walking?
Oh yeah, I do walkers.
What kind of shoes you putting on the walking horses up there?
Mostly light shod, some plantation. There are some padded horses, but they're few and far between. I don't do much padded work myself. I do mostly light shod and shot a couple state fair winners.
A lot of folks in the walking horse we're finding are changing and just putting a plantation shoe or something like that on them. And they, everybody don't do the big lick horse, we call it, by pad and so on. Because I used to be in that business myself. But do your dad? Oh, I was going to ask you, did your dad go out with you?
Not very often.
Not really? Well, I notice every time you come down here, he's with you.
Yeah,
Does he make you continue education?
Something like that, yeah.
So
He enjoys my work and
Really?
staying.
So
Kinda
whose
interesting
idea
what I
was
do.
this bed?
That was mine.
Really?
Yep.
Let's take another look at that. I like that. And I'm going to get our camera lady to really zoom into that. And all of these are handmade shoes, and they all look almost alike. You did a great job on that.
Well, thank you.
And who taught you your forge work?
I learned it down in Oklahoma.
Did you
Horseshoe'n
continue
school.
your forge work when you left out?
I don't do a whole lot of it anymore.
Well, it looks like you did quite a bit.
But yeah, I do some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what we may do, one of the guys was asking, we're down here at the convention, and one of the guys asked me, would somebody make a handmade shoe? So me and you will make a handmade shoe out there, give a little demo, because he said Robbie said every time he made one, it didn't come out right. So maybe we can give him some good tips. It's just tickled to
sounds
have you.
good.
Can we get your dad to come on for a few minutes?
Well, sure.
And let's see if we can get him to walk on, and let all these young ladies get a look at a good-looking guy here. It's just good. Is it hard to keep him in the school or continue his education? Or is he doing it on his own?
Well, he likes to learn and keep up with the latest, and that's why he likes to come down here to learn what's new.
You seem to come with him every time. My wife was telling me you come with him every time he comes down, so evidently she keeps an eye on you.
Yeah.
How long a drive is it?
It's about 9-10 hours.
That is a long way.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I wanted everybody to see out there, because they're always calling us. Let them see these boys and how far they drive to continue their education. And one thing I was going to ask him, how many horses basically you shoe a day where you can keep up with your customers?
It really varies throughout the year, and every year it gets a little more.
But you do less, try to do less, charge a little more, where you can take care of everybody's horse and not give out at the end of the day and can't go out in case they have a problem.
Right. Yeah, I try to, I like to take my time. I wouldn't say I'm the fastest guy in the world by any means, but then again, I ain't the slowest either. So
That's a good way to put it.
But definitely like to take my time and make sure I do the job right.
Yeah, it tickles me to see somebody spending some time with their dad, and we're tickled to have y'all on the show. And listen, if you need a good farrier and you're up in there, you know who to call. Got his name right there on the screen, and we're tickled to be coming in to see. So I'm going to say howdy to you again, and happy horse is going to make a happy owner. We'll see you later. Hey gang, I'm Ralph Casey.
And I'm Link Casey.
As the owner of a farrier school, we get hundreds of letters for individuals that would like to see what goes on here. And plus at the research center, for the first time we're offering a free DVD just for the asking that tours not only the school but the research center. And hey, remember, it's free.
It is. It's free. It's me.